Hey fans and subscribers, this is your host Joe on the Gaming for Insight channel, and in front of me on my Steam Deck I have the game Killer Frequency, and in this video I am going to be showing you what settings you can set to extend battery life in playing this game. There are two areas that I am going to go through, both through the Steam Deck overlay here on the right hand side. The first area is performance, and the second area is PowerTools, which is part of the Decky plugin suite if downloaded optional. So let's start with performance, and here I have my frame rate limit set at 40 and my refresh rate set at 40 as well. So targeting that 40 frames, though we do see frame rates extend from 30 to 40 throughout the game. I do have half rate shading enabled. A reason you may not want half rate shading enabled in a game is it has a tendency to blur text instead of display it as sharp. I have not seen that outcome in this game, so I do have that enabled, and that allows us to extend battery life. But if you are applying that to other games, you may see that happen. Next is our TDP limit on the CPU component of the APU, and I have been able to decrease that all the way down to 6 watts, which is not a surprise. This is not a demanding game, so this is great that we can run the game at 6 watts. We do have FSR enabled as well, and that's going to wrap it up for us on performance. Next, we're going to go to PowerTools within the Decky plugin. I have disabled SMT, simultaneous multi-threading, as this is going to extend battery life for us and is in charge of drawing instructions from multiple threads at the same time. So this game does not need that for it to run. We next are going to look at our frequency limits, and the default minimum megahertz is 400. However, the maximum megahertz, I have adjusted that. Now, with the CPU component of the APU here, our base clock is going to be 2400 megahertz. So what I have set here is that the maximum clock speed that the CPU component of the APU can reach is that base clock speed. And the game does not need any more than that. We do see some jumps to the 2400, which is the limit, but we are not bottlenecking in doing this. And next is going to be the governor mode. So we have this set at power save. That's going to extend our battery. Let's look at the GPU component of the APU. We were actually able to set this at a maximum of 800 megahertz. And the base clock is actually 1 gigahertz for this, or 1000 megahertz. So the minimum we have at the default 400, but we were able to turn this down. Now for downclock memory, you may think go ahead and enable this, and I did not actually do that for this because the CPU load is close to bottlenecking. If you look here on the left hand side, you see the 4 threads. If I enable this, you're going to see these percentages change from, right now they're in the upper 40s, mid 50s. They're going to go up to the 70s. So watch here. So they're going to 70 and 80. And this is putting more demand on the CPU threads to do more of the data processing compared to the memory being able to help with drawing instructions there from the hard drive. So that's why we are seeing that increased load right there on the CPU components. So this is where the CPU is close to bottlenecking in this case, and that is why I have it disabled. We don't hit 100% in playing this game, but just to decrease those percentiles, that is why I have downclock memory disabled instead of enabled. But I don't see a performance degradation in the game in having downclock memory enabled versus disabled, but you will see that change in percentile for load there. So we're putting more work and effort on the CPU components than we are the memory to facilitate the instructions. that the game is requiring for us in running it. So with that, those are the settings through Performance and PowerTools. Now that we have gotten those out of the way, let's look at some gameplay. Let's take this call.
Hello, caller. You're live on the stream with me, Boris Nash. Who's there? Who is this? Are you okay? Do you need help?
Boris, he called me. That horrible whistling down the phone. He's coming for me. Jesus.
Hey, listen, caller, don't panic. We've done this a few times now. We can help you.
A few times already? So, you saved them, or?
Well, you know, I learned a lot.
Oh, God.
We're gonna help you. Can you tell me your name, caller?
I'm Dr. Sullivan. Virginia. Sorry.
Take some deep breaths, Virginia. You're gonna be okay.
Please don't let me die.
I won't. Just calm down. Tell me where you are right now. What's your address?
Oh, God.
Maybe you can hide in your house?
He'll find me. I know he'll find me.
Is there a neighbor you can call for help?
No. Everyone's away tonight. There's just a fraternity down the street.
You live by a frat house.
Yes, they're having a party. And takeout coming in all night. One covered in beer cans. They're getting wasted. And I'm about to get... Oh, God.
Virginia, what's the name of the frat?
It's... Oh, God. I can't think. I can't.
Any idea what the frat might be, Becky?
If I knew where she was, I might know, but... Wait, the takeout! If we can get takeout to the frat, we can get a message to them to go and help. Virginia, who did they order takeout from?
I don't know.
Don't worry. We'll figure it out.
I can't do this.
Well, folks, seems like our Virginia hung up while we try to figure out what takeout to order. Here's some music for your own midnight snacks. You'll like this next song. Peggy, what places do takeout in Gallows Creek?
Off the top of my head? Well... There's the barbecue place, Grilling Spree, and you can order from Chalupa Cabras. Oh, and of course we have Ponti's Pizza. That's it, I think.
Alright. We'll call each place and ask who they deliver to tonight.
That's not going to work. Takeout client privilege.
What?
There was a lot of competition back in the day. Things got ugly. It's a long story. But what we can do is this. We figure out where the frat boys order from, call the takeout pretending to be from the frat, place an order, and include a note asking them to call the station.
There's no other way, is there?
Not that I can see.
Well, let's not waste any time then.
That's the spirit.
Got any suggestions of where to look?
Check the offices for anything food related, and maybe the kitchen downstairs. You'll need a key for that. I'll just slide it under my door now.
Thanks, Becky. God, where to start? What would make me order from somewhere if I were a partying frat boy? We have a food critic, right? Chad or Brad or... I'll just have to look around. That's not opening. Locked tight. So many locked doors, so few keys. Some trash. This is a new moat. Ooh. Interesting offer. I wonder how well Gallows High performed.
Hey, find anything useful?
Yes, I have.
That's great. Are you ready to get back on the line?
Let's make the call.
Okay, Forrest, shut the music off. Okay, Forrest, what'll it be?
Call Ponty's Pizza.
You got it. Ponty's Pizza is on the line.
Monty's Pizza. May I take your order?
Fratman calling. We're in major need of foods for dudes.
May I take your order?
Oh man, I got a frat to feed. So give me that slow roast pizza.
Oh, a fine choice. But that will take 3 hours. You sure?
I'm sure.
Can do. Where do you want that delivered?
Same place as before, you know? The frat house.
Got it. Then we'll have that over to you right away.
Oh, and one more thing. Can you add a note to the order that says to call K-Fam?
K-Farm. Oh, consider it done. The folks at K-Farm are huge fans of Monty's Pizza, you know. I should really call them and let them know.
And now we wait.
We should put a song on.
Agreed. This one goes out to our delivery workers.
All right, and that is our video on killer frequency for the Steam Deck and settings that you can set to extend battery life in playing this game. I'm enjoying playing killer frequency on the Steam Deck. It is fun, a light game to lay back, enjoy some pizza, and play. It's about being a radio host and a killer on the loose, and you having to be a radio host and a 911 staff person to answer 911 calls while trying to help people avoid getting killed by the murderer. So if you are interested in the game, definitely do pick it up and try these settings. If you do have this game, let me know what settings you are using to extend battery life in playing this game. And with that, let me leave you now with the words of Commander Shepard from Mass Effect. I should go.